Killa Kela podcast. KillaKelaOfficial.com.
THTC, the UK's leading ethical streetwear label. Organically grown and ethically built garments from hemp, organic cotton and other sustainable materials. 2019 is their 20th anniversary year. Join me with THTC as a Killa Kela podcast sponsor celebrating music, social activism, hemp and street culture. THTC, eco-fashion redefined since 1999.
Come on, ma, please.
Syringes, water fight hinges. We love food for just for hit 20. Oh look, oh no, watch them on them brain out. 30 follow.
Killa Kela Fortified featuring Patwan. Available on all good music platforms now. AG Dentistry. In my line of work, not only does what I do with the mouth get reviewed, it's also my instrument. And it's beyond important to me that my teeth get the professional service they deserve. The AG family provide expert dentistry, whether it's NHS or cosmetic. They're the finest in London. Head over to agdentistry.co.uk for more information on treatments and prices. AG Dentistry.
Beatbox created.
Killa Kela.
And we're here to talk about world music and street culture.
Killa Kela podcast.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Killa Kela podcast. Serves you all right. Reporting to you live from a secret location. It's the mighty Tony Rotten, Rodney P,
Yes.
TY,
Yes.
Kingdem crew inside the ride.
Inside the ride, indeed.
Yeah. And we are chopping it up. We're having some food, which is a little kind of USP for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, unique selling point for you.
Yeah, man. Then we
Okay.
get the food and all that, you know.
Yeah, courtesy of the Master Chef.
The Master Chef.
Big up Tony Rotten for the food. Definitely.
Tony Rotten for the food. So how we been, boys? What's been going on? How we been?
Who's taking that? I'm eating, so you like We've been very good.
Yeah.
We've been very good. Very royally blessed.
Yeah.
Indeed. You know, we've been obviously on the road, up and down the country,
Yeah.
doing this Kingdom tour,
Yeah.
and it's been special. Trust me, it's been special. And when I say special, I mean like the fact that people still have the passion and they realise actually the flame is absolutely glowing brighter than ever with regards to what we've been doing over the years, and the fact that we're still here going strong. As they say, the lion goes from strength to strength, and these three lions literally are roaring
Tell me about
up
it.
and down the country. So yeah,
You guys kind of, I mean, this whole collaboration really has come out of. You guys were peaking on your own independent stuff, on your individual projects, and then all of a sudden it's like, bang! Oh, we're going to do this as well. It really has like extended the arm, and like we were saying earlier, Ty, it's like the culture. When we talk about two-tone and ska and things like that, there's collaborations that always happened in that sense, and it was more for the culture, and this is one of those contributive moments.
This is absolutely for the culture.
yeah.
And also, it's for the legacy.
Yeah.
So, a lot of the younger generation, or a lot of the generation that came before, that I'm not sure about where their footing is, we want them to understand that, yo, we're here for you. This tour has had, it's been peppered with younger generation getting on stage and getting involved of different backgrounds. And it's not just about celebrating the three of us, it's about us saying, correct, collectively, how do we showcase this particular genre,
Yeah.
this particular style of music, this particular unapologetic style of music?
Yeah.
How do we showcase that? And we've been doing that.
Yeah.
So we've been doing it. I think we've been doing it in regards to how we're moving as a unit for this situation. Like, we're driving to the shows. It's not like, we are traveling as a group. If you'd have told me on the 31st of December that I'd be in a group with two of my favourite UK hip hop people, I would have told you to shut up.
It's a real treat, isn't it? Like, it must be a head fuck for you guys when you're sitting in a car together like that and be like, what?
Let me tell you the head fuck. Let me tell you the head fuck, right? Is being in the studio with these two. Because let me tell you what people don't know. When I'm in the studio with them, right, and we're writing lyrics, right, if you've been in the studio, you've been in the studio before. But it's different when you're being in the studio with the record itself. So I might write a lyric and then they write a lyric and I'm like, as soon as Tony's talking, I'm like, wow, that's that work Southeast rapping right now. That's London Posse rapping right now. Oh, I better have something.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise up.
Seriously, I've been sweating like that fire in the booth. That fire in the booth. That might be the most uncomfortable looking tie you've ever seen on a camera. Because I might not look it because I'm a great actor. Right, big shout out to Lewisham at drama school. But what I'm trying to tell you is being in the room with these guys rapping, being in this room with these guys backstage, even being on stage, there's no moment where I'm not fanboying it. And I'm sure they're fanboying about me as well. I'll let them talk about that. But I'm just saying, it's, you know, like, and that's what I'm trying to say about the culture. It's like, people need to know that we're touchable. You know what I mean? All of the up and coming artists, we're touchable. We are not carrying on like, yeah, you can't get to us or you can't speak to us.
It ain't about that.
Nah.
It's never been that.
Yeah.
Never been that.
No.
We're of the culture.
I mean,
We're
you
part of the
guys,
culture.
you
That's how it
guys
works.
really embraced me when I first started.
See?
Rodney, I remember us rolling out, did the heavy sting.
Yeah,
didn't we?
many moons ago. I know you for like, you know what, I have to apologise now. I've actually been to the dentist this morning, so only half of my mouth is working. I probably shouldn't be eating like this, but it's delicious. So I can't help myself.
No, title chef.
Me and you go back years.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if your audience fully understand how many years we go back.
I know, bro.
Yeah, bro. And it's always been about the culture. And it's always been about going where the vibes and the energy feels good. Because you can't force man to do nothing. You can't make me do anything. I'm only going to do what I want. So, you know what I mean? I was going to say I was a hip hop kid. I ain't a kid no more. I'm a grown man, but I'm a hip hop man.
Yeah.
I do this thing for real.
It's in the mind. It's the youth is in the mind when it comes to street
and the
youth
knees
culture.
too. And the knees. You gotta have good knees.
Yeah, right? No, man. Like there's something about what I was taught through you guys, my forefathers, people that showed me, right? Hey, look, this ain't the way it should be. Like, forget what they're doing in the States. This is what's happening now. This is the way the conduct between you and the audience, the conduct between you and your journey on the road in shows afterwards. You know, that's the fundamental. That's the tapestry. Do you know what I mean? Of like, this is the blueprint of how you are supposed to. And without that aspect in the culture and that approachable kind of, we're sitting here doing a podcast. Do you know what I mean? Without that and this kind of communication, no one knows. Yeah. No one knows how. There's no bridge gapping. There's no lessons
and that's
being
important.
taught.
I think for a lot of young artists, there's different ways of being an artist. There's some artists who just want that major success and they want to blow and they have a 5-year career and they make all the money they're gonna make and they vanish. I never really had that desire. I'm part of this. Like, this is always gonna be a part of my life. So I think the way we move is how you maintain a career, by being part of the scene you're in. Like I don't stand outside of the scene and look at it. I'm part of it. I'm part of the structure and the walls, and we help to build it. It helps to build us. You know what I mean? So
for real,
it's always been that way. It's never looked from the outside. It's always been from the inside.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And you guys also have had the real. Because of your legacy, actually, it's weird saying legacy because you guys with the Kingdem thing, you're clearly contenders. It's like you're not just a part of the thing. You're at the forefront as well doing it. But you've also been a part of like documentaries. You've been a part of that legacy of like you doing the BBC 4 thing. I see you on Shy FX videos. You know what I mean? I remember like Ty and Shorty Blitz. Back in the day, were just like these are things that are part of your catalogue, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know what it is here? I think you gotta remember, I'm not sure who said it or maybe I said it, but the music is a mission. It's not even a competition. So the fact that whether we're there or we're not there, as Rodney said, we're not like standing back from the scene looking down and thinking, oh yeah, these are all our children there. Nah, we're part and parcel of it. Do you know what I mean? It's our mission, whether we like it or not, whether it's conscious or subconscious. It's our mission. It's not really about whether I'm competing to be number one or I'm competing to be whatever. I'm competing to just be integral to the scene. I'm competing to be valued in the scene. I'm competing to to have an impact and actually be able to give back to the scene. Do you know what I mean? So that's the mission that we're on. It's not even about like, oh yeah, who's the best MC? Da, da, da. It's about actually going in there. Like we said, we talked about the fire in the booth. We went into that fire in the booth and actually literally did what it says on the can. We spit fire in that booth and done.
I love the way on that.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So
in that one freestyle, it had a lot of. It was loaded, in more ways than one, obviously, but it was like loaded, right? With it was like each beat, it was they were just picked just right for each one of you.
Yeah.
And I love the way Charlie would wheel up and then the next person in on this one.
Yeah.
And then he'd wheel up and the next one in on this one. But there was still this, the flows and the structure of it felt really right. The references about the cartoons was awesome. I think that the messages that you was putting out there wouldn't arguably, I think they needed to be said from your guys' point of view.
Absolutely.
Genuinely, I think what better place. And what's crazy is that.
I'm trying to save this last morsel.
Yeah, man.
It's going down. I don't want it to run out. Quick. This thing is delicious. Big up Tony for the treat.
Yeah.
we got more.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I expected Westwood to be jumping on what you guys was doing right now, and to have Charlie doing it. I think that was even. I thought that was such a well played move, man.
Well,
because
wow.
I read Charlie.
Wow. You know what's really interesting about that statement you just made is the fact that the whole reason why, to a certain degree, we actually said what we said in those lyrics about that particular person.
Wow.
I'm not giving him too much light anymore.
No.
Fuck Westwood.
No, it's not so much because I don't want to say his name. I'm more like, enough of him like dominating our shit. You know what I mean? It's about the Kingdem. But the reason why I'm saying this is because why we said what we said is because of the exact reason what you just said, for the exact thing you just said, which is you'd expect him to be all over this thing. But as he said, them man just want to be relevant to what's popping now and don't actually want to associate themselves with what they actually helped build. If you know what I'm trying to say, or act like they weren't there. Or, nah. You know what I'm trying to say? Distance himself from it because in his eyes, it's not cool or current. It's not down with the kids.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what he doesn't realise is this is actually, they might not think they want it, but this is what's needed. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll let someone else obviously add to that, but...
Also, we're not just down with the kids, we are the parents of the kids.
We're the big bros and uncles and everything.
So we all have young girls in our lives that we care about.
Yeah.
So hip hop is a thing that you like at different stages. Yeah, you come in as a boy, you end up as a man, or you come in as a girl, you end up as a lady. So for us, our mindsets are shifting, and certain things can't stand. And that's where I'll leave that. Certain things can't stand. We all have daughters. We all have girls, whether it's goddaughters or just daughters. So there is no way that we can now be quiet or ignore certain things. And that's why certain things need to be said. And some people might be like, oh, you know, it's like, no. We grown-ups now, right? So anybody that's listening to this that has children should be alarmed at the point that was made. Anybody that's listening to that has legacies or has any interest in music should be interested in what we're doing.
Yeah.
That was one or two lines, throwaway lines in an overall statement that we were making on that platform. Hip hop is here to stay.
And like you said, sorry, Rodney, the fact that Charlie embraced us and said, you know what, this actually is what's needed.
Beautiful, yeah.
Like I said, it's not so much what
I
want.
rate Charlie. I rate Charlie in a way that I don't rate the other dude.
Exactly.
And I think part of that is because Charlie comes from round the corner from man. Charlie grew up on the housing estate that man grew up
for
on.
real, yeah.
Whereas the other dude, he's always been faking, always. And it took a moment to realise that. Like I've known that particular Compulsio since I was 16 years old. Since I was 16 years old. Would sit in my mum's kitchen, that pussy over there. Would sit in my mum's kitchen. He knows me. He knows me. You understand? But by the time I got to be 24, I was too old for his circle. So he needs to replenish his circle because his circle needs to be of a certain demographic and age group. Yeah. And so by then, I've moved into different spaces. And a lot of time has passed since I've even thought about that brother. Because I know that he's really got nothing for me. There's nothing there for me. But the level of disrespect that he shows the scene that I'm a part of and my peer group, had to touch him.
Because he was talking about the whole thing.
Exactly. Ask that same punk who was bunning up his stage 2 years in a row, making a whole during Carnival. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Who was he selling taxis for to come to his station capital?
The reason why he has his pedestal is because of the generation that we're from that put him on it. And initially, we all believed that he was sincere and was about this thing. But what time has shown us is that he's a pussy, and he's about his thing. He's about self-promotion. But like Tony said, we don't even want to spend too much time talking about the punks.
Well, no, I want to kind of move on a little bit where you talk about legacy and whatnot, because obviously you guys talk 16. You probably in amongst the circle. I mean, Covent Garden back in the day.
Yeah, of course.
You guys were all part of that scene. Talk to me about that. What was it like in the early doors?
Fucking, it was fantastic and it was new, and it was like I came into UK hip hop at a time when we all still got with fake American accents. I was one of those kids, but it was the most energizing, exciting, educating, life-giving time. It was amazing. Those were days that built my mindset that I still use to get through life now. You know,
so sick.
It begins then, like, and Covent Garden is a place like I came to Covent Garden that already existed. I'm not one of I'm credited as being one of the forefathers of the thing because I've been here the longest as a rapper. But actually, this thing way predates me. And there's artists here that I was a fan of when I got here. Part of the reason why I'm here is because there was crews like the Cookie Crew and the City Limits Crew and the Capital Boys and like all of these crews that made it exciting for me to want to be down. I wanted to be down, you know?
You see the Cookie, they still look the same.
Look exactly the same.
I can't believe it. I'm like, what the fuck, they look exactly how you left them. They look amazing.
That's true.
To jump on, to move on as well, it's like, look, there's the Covent Garden scene. There's many different areas, right? But as children, when we were watching TV, we were seeing Dance Energy.
Yeah, big up normal
day. We were seeing all those things.
Ensign Radio.
Ensign Radio. We were, you know,
Night
that
Network.
was there. Night Network. Flavour of the Month.
Yeah.
By 279.
I spoke to 279 on my way here today. That's my dude. Like, big up.
279, man. He always looked out for me.
What was the event we used to go to in Dingles back in the day in Camden?
Motherland.
Yep.
Yep. Ryan Marshall.
Bro, I took Rodney back.
Ryan Marshall, yeah, of course. And Sonia Polton.
Sonia Polton.
She used to have the thing in Blues and Soul.
That was Echoes.
What was it? Echoes. One of the two. Yeah.
I remember.
So there's a lot of history, as you can tell. Like,
And
roll it out, man.
And the thing is, the history element that people don't understand, because a lot of times with hip hop, you look at us, or people look at us and they refer to us as children. You don't understand that if you talk about UK hip hop, that means you got to talk about Goldie. That means you got to talk about the Bristol trip hop scene.
Yeah.
That means you got to talk about
Wild Bunch, all of that.
You know, you got to talk about all of these people that are actors that are on East Enders that were rappers or breakdancers before.
Stuff was happening in Birmingham.
The whole thing. So when people talk about failure or success about UK hip hop, they forget that actually it spawned actresses, it spawned TV presenters. It spawned entrepreneurs.
It spawned the scenes that came after it. It spawned drum and bass and grime and fucking, you know, a specific sound of UK garage and like the UK hip hop scene had an element in creating all of those things. And without what we were doing back then in the early days, none of that shit would have happened in the same way. It may well have still happened, but definitely not in the same way. Drum and bass wouldn't have sounded like drum and bass without the influence of those early UK hip hop producers. Fact. Like,
Just
you know?
before this interview, we were all looking at a picture on Instagram of Jumping Jack Frost. He's just landed abroad and he was showing us white beaches. That's our dude.
Yeah, that's our dude. That's Booger from Brixton.
People like look at scenes like, oh, they're typical. No. That's our dude. That's our people.
Like you were saying, you mentioned Goldie as well. Goldie was in the studio with us when we was recording early London Posse tunes because he was Dolby's brethren and Dolby was producing and Goldie was his mate. So them times Goldie ain't started putting out records yet. Goldie's still, them times Goldie's made his name as Goldie as the guy who makes gold teeth. He's fresh back from Miami and he's making teeth and thing, and he always had a Chris girl. Always had. That's what I remember about Goldie. Always had a Chris thing. But yeah, so like all of these dots connect up in ways that people ain't necessarily aware of.
Yeah, man, it's birthed a lot of superstars.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And
like people don't know that Tony used to be an engineer for London Posse.
Yeah, I engineered the system.
Whoa.
People don't know that Roots Manuva used to engineer for Tony and Ty.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know how the dots connect. And this is predating careers.
Bro, this is what podcasts are all about. That information there is just like, What?
Yeah.
So I used to be in Monroe Studios, just like literally trying to learn how to operate the machinery and whatever. Monroe Studios is like the.
Have you noticed that Tony has a particular tone that's very kind of, well, you know, I used to have a minute. Try to play it down. It's not Kingdem.
You know what it is? It's just one of them ones. Like, it was around the time we was recording, working and stuff like that. So these kings happened to venture by the studio, had a
We
session.
used to use Monroe's
Yeah,
quite a
mate,
bit,
used to use Monroe. Everyone came from Monroe. The Brotherhood came from Monroe's. MCD, Silent
Yeah, old
Kids,
type Brotherhood.
Caveman, loads of people went from
Caveman.
Monroe. Yeah, I mean, I can list a whole load of names. Like, what's his name? Trevor Jackson. What's that?
Trevor Jackson, yeah.
Trevor Jackson, the producer, was doing all that stuff in there. So me and VRS, who's Crazy Noddy's younger brother. Crazy Noddy, in case you don't know, he's a guy called. He's one of the. What was
From
it?
the Syndicate.
From the Syndicate.
Crazy Noddy is
Yeah.
the MC who does the lyrics. I love Kentucky and I love my mum, and if you want some death rhymes, I'ma give you some. And that's from the Bad Meaning Good documentary
Yeah, I
that we
remember.
did on BBC Two in
87.
87, yeah. 87, 88. So
Yeah.
that's Crazy Noddy. That's all. You know what I mean? All of this stuff connects
The
up.
dots is ridiculously connected. So
Wow.
VRS is the guy that actually got me into the music, like as far as learning how to make music, because we used to go into the studio in Angel Town in Brixton. This is before Monroe days.
That's right.
And that's where
That's where I
Ty
met you.
was.
That's where I met
That's
you.
where Roots Manuva was. It wasn't even Roots Manuva, and I wasn't Blak Twang. I was just some dude rapping. And a couple other men along the way. But anyway, fast forward a few years later, maybe like 5 years, 8 years later, I'm in the studio. And these guys just come in there to record their stuff, like some of their new project. They did. I think they did Supermodel in there.
We did a whole heap of new music.
Yeah, they did like a whole bunch of stuff. So I just
Whole bunch of stuff.
I used to be
Whole
in
bunch
there engineering a session, me and VRS just juggling it between both of us. And
Like that was when we did Style in there.
That's right.
I think we did. You know, I did How's Life in London in there in Monroe's. You know.
Really?
I think we might have recorded
Wow,
that in there.
okay.
I think so. Like yeah, that,
Yeah.
a whole lot of
So,
stuff we did in there.
You know,
This is just like, because you know, like being a fan, you know, you get this kind of suggestions that things were the way they were, and it kind of reminds me of like what Chuck D said about the New York scene. Like everything's like the punk scene was definitely influencing the rap and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, Anthrax and Public Enemy actually were a testament to the time. It was the way it was, and London has that as well. And it's really interesting.
Probably
that-
even more so.
Probably more so, isn't it?
Because London as a city has always been such a melting pot in a way that a lot of other major cities ain't. Like London really is a melting pot. Like when you say gumbo, everything goes into the pot. And it's usually the best of everything goes into the pot. And gets stirred up and comes back out. And the audience has always been so completely open-minded and willing to try new shit. That's why the ground is forever shifting musically, because people are willing to take that step and be brave enough to try something else. You know?
Do you think? And this is purely, you know, I'm throwing it out there. It has no. It's not loaded in any way, but the direction in which hip hop and rap goes, particularly from the States side, I mean, it leaks into, you know, there's an overspill. Like, and but technology being the way it is, everyone's got an 808 now. You know, does that pose as a challenge for you guys in terms of like age appropriate music and whether it would fit the demographic of...
The answer is no.
Right.
That's kind of what I was feeling. Like,
No.
If I understand the question.
Yeah, it's like age appropriateness, is it? You know what I mean?
With
music.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no such thing. I think you make your choice.
Yeah,
Music can
exactly.
do whatever. I think anyone could do whatever the fuck they want at any given time musically. Just be true to yourself.
It's interesting.
And that's it.
The new Kingdem stuff isn't the classic 90s sound.
Which is good.
I don't think I've ever stuck to a classic sound.
Me neither,
I don't think I've ever stuck to or a kind of instrumentation or a kind of drum machine. I've never done that. I've made too much diverse types of music to be stuck in
What
a
I do
bowl.
know though is that I consciously don't make certain types of music just because I don't think I could do it that well. So if I know I can do it really well, I'm gonna do it. But
yeah, I'm not.
you know, and
we don't chase.
And
shit.
to be specific,
Don't
to be
chase
specific, drill that I actually like listening to, you're not gonna catch me making it because I don't know how to make it, and I'm not really. And those patterns are really mad for me. Like
those patterns are mad, aren't they?
do you know what I'm trying to say to you? I think I'm a bit too complex to rap like that.
You know, it's interesting you
know.
say this because I had Children of Zeus on the podcast, and
Go on and big up the man. Then.
oh yeah,
Children of Zues.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Connie and Tyler. Connie and Tyler.
Old tight. Yes.
So again, Connie is another one. He goes back years, and
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's like he was broken English from day. Like,
Yeah, I know from.
You know what I mean? Like
he turns around to me. He goes. How's that 360 physicals thing you're doing? I'm like, bro, like you remember that?
Yeah,
You remember that?
That shit goes back.
Connie is my dude.
Yeah.
Connie's my dude. Like literally, like when we used to be touring, if we were in Manchester, either it's a thing of someone will come and pick us
He's
up.
always bucking. Yeah, he's always with you.
Come and hang with us, or come and pick us up, or
Big up Strap, big up Strap, big up
big up Broken English.
DRS.
Good people.
And what I always loved about Connie and that circle is we'd come up there and they automatically were brothers.
Yeah.
Right, like
It was that. I wouldn't get to Manchester and not see them ever.
Yeah,
If you're up north, you see them one day. Standard.
They show up. They're there if whether you know they're going to be there or not.
Yeah.
Whether it's get on the mic or whether it's just hang out.
Yeah.
That's my brother. So to watch
Noble Monkeys as well.
to watch Children of Zeus blow up.
It's been beautiful.
I feel real proud about that. I feel really like that. That's my people.
They were very vocal about in the podcast. They were vocal about the age appropriateness, but now I've spoken to you, I kind of get an understanding of where they were coming from, because their style, I think, harks back to a more shiny suit time of hip hop.
Yeah.
But it's the way they've locked in a particular tone. It resonates. It gets so it's got.
They're one of my
soul
favourite
to it.
groups in the world. You know, Connie knows this. Like, this ain't just free talking gas because we're on this thing.
Yep.
That's one of my favourite bands in the world. I find their music amazing.
It's amazing,
I find Tyler's voice just so
ridiculous.
Yeah.
it's just so good. Like,
no.
you know what I mean? Like,
It's insane. I know.
It's insane.
And he's a wicked spitter too.
And he can spit his arse off. He can go. He goes hard with the bars. He goes hard with the bars.
Tyler
Nice,
on
really.
Crown.
See?
Yeah.
On Crown. Like, I had to tell Connie, I was like, I think you got beaten on that one, bro.
The youth can rap star, that's a fact. But again, Tyler, you remember Tyler as a young actor in dubplate drama. Like, so when he was doing dubplate drama,
I forgot about that.
he was an actor in that. He was the little bad. He was Shiesty's little bad cousin from up north.
Oh, that is so
Yeah,
sick.
that was Tyler.
That's just like leveled up for me. I'm like,
missed that one, didn't you?
yeah, I missed that one. I couldn't believe
And
it.
that's why
you talk
I
to the
say
Kingdom.
the dots connect and the creativity connects. This shit ain't by accident. Man's here grafting to make this thing happen. Real talk. Real talk.
It's beautiful.
And even them, just to quickly jump in, the thing about us and the thing about Kingdom and the thing about the legacy is like everything connects and builds so big that when you look at how the press talk about UK hip hop, they're missing the point. Just like how, you know, anybody black does something bad as a rapper in the news, automatically they write about them and rapper, they get that wrong. They're missing the point in regards to the layers. Just now, Tony's about to jump in, but
you're actually making my point for me.
Yeah, the layers. Like, you know, like every group, if you peel back the layers, you'll see connections. So like, as Rodney's dropping bombs and stuff in regards to stuff, I'm like, look, so Witness to Fitness. I had something to do with Witness to Fitness sounding how it sounds.
Explain.
So there's a song called We Don't Care that we put out. I put out on Ninja Tunes. Remember, we were label mates at the same time. Rodney heard that, was like, who engineered that? He found out it was Alan Maudsley. And then next thing I know, I'm trying to book a session. Alan's like, yeah, I'm booked up, I'm busy. I'm like, oh. Then I find out he mixed Witness to Fitness. And just so you lot know, Roots Manuva was asleep for half the session. The reason why it sounds like it sounds is because Alan Maudsley got to play around, and he had a thing about putting sounds through guitar pedals and then recording them in the closet and then bouncing the sound back and then using the signal, mixing the signal with the bass signal to get it. And that's what you had. So if you listen to We Don't Care and you listen to the bass line on that tune and how it squelches, that's why he did that over there. That's why that happened.
That's insane. That Witness to Fitness the mix, the volume. It's like
It's one of the greatest
you
hip hop
chuck it on. It's
records
like you got
I
you
still
can't turn
remember
up
the
anything.
first day I heard that tune. I was like, what the fuck?
No.
That was like, yeah.
It was violent. It
That
was
tune-
violent when
That,
it dropped.
that was a moment like that really left a fucking mark when you heard it for the first time.
And like we said,